Alright, welcome back to our channel, Gills on Wheels. We have been living full-time in our fifth wheel for 5 years. Well, in a fifth wheel. This is a different fifth wheel. But we have been living and traveling. We lived first in a 43-foot fifth wheel. Then we were traveling for 2 years in a 16-foot truck camper, I think it was. And now we're in a 33-foot fifth wheel. So organization and finding ways to store items and put things away is very important when you live in an RV. So I'm going to show you some ways that I have used our space to make it a little more organized and so we can store some more things. All, so most cabinets are tall like this, but you can't really stack things on top of each other. So if you get these little risers, I can't remember what they're called, but little risers like this, and you put them in here. I got these from the Dollar Tree, so they're not super expensive. Then now I have my coffee mugs at the bottom and our plates and bowls on top. So then you can have more space to organize all of that stuff. So that's a good one for in the kitchen. And now we'll move along into the living room. All right, so in the living room area, this is looks like a regular rattan wicker coffee table, but it's also, I think you might have to come around here, babe. This is also storage. So we keep, I have weights, extra blankets. Yes, our hookah's in there right now because when we travel, I don't really put it out that often. But also whenever it's a travel day, all the extra decorative items, they all go in here. So it's a coffee table and storage. So anything that is dual purpose is a bonus when you live in an RV. So we'll put these back and then I'll show you the next one. All right, the next one is, this is one of my favorite ones. This is an ottoman storage poof, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm just going to hold it up here. So it has a zipper on the bottom. It comes empty. You can buy these online and they come empty. It's just a shell of an ottoman. And then you can fill it with blankets, extra sheets for when guests come over, extra sheets for your bed, towels, winter jackets, anything like that you don't want to have out. Zip it up, throw it in the corner. You can either you can have it for a footrest ottoman, or if you've got lots of people over and there's nowhere to sit, you can use it as a seat as well. All right, for all of you that like board games, anything that's in a box, puzzles even, this one's for you. So, I haven't done it to this one yet, so I'm going to show you. This is our new life game. We play this with our sons a lot. Anyway, so instead of having the big bulky boxes, you get these. Sorry, that's loud. You get these bags. They're, I don't know what they are. They're some kind of plastic, but they're a little heavier duty. Anyway. And you just take the box, throw it away, and then inside here you keep all the game parts, the instructions, everything, and it just takes up less space for you. And I have a couple of them in here. This is Parcheesi, another board game. Anyway, and then they just lay flat, and it just take like 2 of these pretty much is one box. So that's another one for you. All right, so next up is our pantry. I have several items in here for organization, making room for all of your stuff. So these are spice racks that we bought online years ago. I think 5 years ago or so. Shane put them on here, screwed them on. We put all of our seasonings, all that kind of stuff. Just extra little stuff, flour, all those things. Anything you can think of can fit right in there. So that takes up not much space, and it's vertical storage. Anything that you can have on the vertical for storage is a bonus. And so in here, I put things that in little containers, basket containers. I got these from IKEA. They're hard, which is good for all of these oils and anything liquid. I like to keep all those in a bin, so if they do break for some reason, it's all contained inside of there. And then I did the same thing here. I've got the little risers. So I've got canned goods under here, other things on here. Of course, just like clear containers to put stuff in. And then down here at the bottom, see, we keep our ladder in here. You keep all kinds of stuff in your pantry. I put a little basket for reusable bags. Those are in basket. I have like a little used plastic bins for silverware, that kind of stuff. Same here for snacks. Anything to keep it kind of all contained together so it's not falling all over the place. And then this is one of my favorite things. So whenever we're boondocking or just don't feel like doing dishes, we do use paper plates sometimes. And this little guy just pulls out like this. And you pull your paper plate out. Put it back in. Great storage underneath here so it doesn't take up any room on the shelf. So that's everything out of our pantry. All right, inside of here, some things that I've used for storage, extra organization. Obviously, any kind of baskets or bins. This is another one of those shelf risers so that I've been able to take advantage of all the space in here. This little thing I found at, I think, TJ Maxx or something. It may be for tools or screws or something, but I use it to put in extra cords, lighters, markers, different things like that. So that's great for organizing. And of course, a basket. Any kind of baskets are good for organization. I've got this little container. I think it came from IKEA. That's where I keep all my coffee in there. And yeah, all of that is pretty organized. All right, so even on your island, you can add baskets, or on your wall, anywhere. Add baskets for storage. We've got little drink pouches in there. You can put snacks in here, anything like that. This little table holds my diffuser. This little table holds my diffuser. And then I've got this basket under here for extra things, like these are little lanterns. Some more electronic stuff in here, and then it just slides right under there. Oh, and one more thing down here. This was an open space for shoes, I think is what it was for, maybe. But I got this basket. It fit perfect, and that way we can throw our shoes in here, and they're not all just under there. And so it looks a little bit better that way. All right, so the same thing in the hallway anytime you can, take advantage of vertical storage. So this was just a tall blank wall, and we've put some also baskets here and here to put papers. Here I keep my purse, phone, umbrella, rain coat, things like that, keys, all of that. So yeah, anytime, take advantage, put the little baskets where you have room. All right, and then in the bathroom, I've used these little hanging baskets. They're made of fabric, I think, or yarn. I'm not really sure. But anyway, so I put, like, we keep Q-tips, extra tissues in there, and then they just hang on the wall. So like I was saying before, anything that can go on the wall for storage is always great. Same with this one. And these all just got them right off of Amazon. All right, and the last thing I'm going to show in here is in this, in the bathroom. And these are also just from the Dollar Tree, very cheap. I think I got probably 3 or 4 for $1. They're just little tiny baskets. And then you keep all of your small stuff in these so they're not falling all over the place. Deodorants, your toothpaste, all that kind of stuff. I have chapsticks, ring cleaner, all that stuff. And they just fit in these little baskets. And they're cheap. All right, and even in the shower can use some vertical storage as well. So when you open it up, our shower did not come with shelves to put shampoo, that kind of thing on. So I added these. They're just peel and stick hooks, and you put them on the wall, and they hang these little baskets on here, and that's where we keep our shampoos, conditioners, soap, all that kind of stuff. It even comes with little hooks to hang your razors and loofahs. And yeah, it keeps everything off of the floor. Alright, I found this on Amazon years ago. I love this little hanging jewelry organizer. You can put purses on here, little small purses, necklaces, your earrings, sunglasses, bracelets, all go right here. Anyway, it fits right behind our door like this, which is great because now you can't see it. But like I was saying in the earlier in the video, anything that's horizontal or vertical storage is always great. If you could put some kind of storage on your wall that goes up or what have you, then it just saves you a lot more space. So yeah, I have little bandanas, little wristlet purses, hats, scarves, and jewelry on here. All right, so anyone that has a camper, most of your beds have storage underneath. You can keep, you know, anything underneath there, and I'll show you ours, even though it's a bit of a mess. But another way to keep things a little better organized, we use these vacuum seal bags. These are like our winter clothes, jackets, things like that we keep in here. And it's got this little, whoa, if I can show you, this little handy dandy pump right here. It's pretty small. It's rechargeable, and you just stick it right on there, and it airs it up and down. And then, yeah, that just keeps a whole lot more clothes in here and keeps it a little more organized. All right, last thing in our bedroom that I use for storage, and I've used this in the living room, on our booth, dinette booth, and everything. So when you buy pillowcases, a lot of times on Amazon, they come empty. So this one is actually, it's not empty. So there's a zipper here. You unzip the zipper, if I can do it, all the way. And I keep extra sweaters in here. This is my robe. There's like, I even have a bag in here, extra pillowcases. So yeah, you can use empty pillowcases from off of Amazon or any store where you can find an empty pillowcase, and then you can use it to store extra items that you don't use every single day. And then it's used as a decoration. All right, well, thank you guys so much for stopping by and seeing all of my storage organization ideas for your RV. Just don't forget, you know, you can use any space on your wall or on your walls, on your island, anything that you can think of to store your items so that they fit better in your RV. Just let us know down below if you have other ideas or other ways that are pretty innovative that you'd like to share. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the above, and thank you guys for coming.